Hello everybody. So today we have a new topic. We're talking about sort of my top tips for training for longevity, and this topic came about because there were some trainers reaching out and asking, what are the other reasons why a client or a woman should train in the gym? Like, if we shouldn't be promoting, fat loss is the only reason to train. If we should be promoting other reasons, what are the other reasons, and what are the powerful ones that work for marketing? Because obviously we all need clients and job security. So I thought, probably the biggest reason is longevity. And I don't mean longevity as in living longer. I mean longevity as in living a fuller life absent of disease. So at the moment, women are already living longer, but they're living longer with chronic fatigue and with chronic pain syndromes and with endometriosis and diabetes and osteoporosis. We're twice as likely to develop dementia and, diseases like that. So in an effort to live the same amount of time in a more energetic, pain-free, disease-free way, I've got some extra things to think about that maybe would sound good in your marketing, but also would reinforce how important it is to continue exercising and staying active for women, especially as they age. My first tip is to reframe stress. So we know that stress is bad for us, and a lot of our clients are stressed that they're so stressed, right? But when you're training women, especially midlife women, there isn't a lot they can do about that. They're caring for aging parents. Like, what do you say? Oh, don't care for your parents. They're bringing up a family. They're often working. We're in a cost of living crisis. What do you say? Like, quit your job if that's causing your stress. But here's the really powerful thing about stress, is that it's only bad for you if you believe it's bad for you. So if you reframe how you think about stress and how you communicate stress with your clients, then it's not that big a deal. So stress, even psychological stress, so thinking about stress, has a physical effect, right? So we know that feeling when we're nervous, we get butterflies in our tummy. That can trigger things, anything from just the butterflies in the tummy to, a mental health disorder or autoimmune disease. Think about it like this. Exercise is a stress, I think we agree. Running for half an hour on a treadmill, yes, it's stressful, but you allow yourself enough time to recover, then it's healthy. If you were running on that treadmill for 10 hours a day or 15 hours a day, then your body would start to break down, with a very small percentage of people able to cope with that and back up the next day. So it's that overwhelming stress, that constant stress, that's really eroding our health. And when we can't do anything about it, we have to reframe how we think about it. So it's believing that we're getting enough exercise. And to help you believe it, I can say, women, when they're stressed, their heart rate increases, whereas men's blood pressure increases, their arteries constrict. So as women, when we're stressed, we are actually doing cardio and getting fitter. So I use that all the time as a justification to take it easy. And as a highly anxious, stressed person, having those justifications is healthy. That is good for me. But even if I didn't take it as an excuse and I exercised, believing I'm getting enough exercise, believing that this stressful period is good for me, I know my heart rate's increasing, I'm going to get fitter faster, will reduce all-cause mortality in all the studies I read researching this little speech. Having purpose in your life is another mitigation tool for stress. So stress is not as impactful on our health if it's for a reason. So right now I'm on the beach. I've just done 4 sessions back to back, 4 hours in the sun. It could be really stressful, but I bloody love being on the beach. So how I'm thinking about that stress is different to if I was running 4 hours of sessions, like in a gym environment with no access to the sky or the ocean. I've just had a swim with my last client, like it was bloody marvelous. So in other words, stop worrying about the stress and stop stressing your clients about the stress. Okay, the only thing you can do about chronic stress sometimes is to think about it differently, but that is enough to view it as a challenge, to let it fuel your purpose, to let it make you determined and build resilience. That is enough to actually make it healthy for you, just thinking about it differently. So that's my first tip for longevity. If it brings up any questions for you, you know where to find me. And I will see you all again